What's going on to you? How y'all doing? So you have the five of Raphael, and you have the 10 of Gabriel, and then you also have the Queen of Michael. So let's see what's going on. Excuse me. So to piggyback off of the last time, I know that y'all had the Six of Cups the last time, and you left that alone. To kind of talk about it right now because I need to. You left that alone. Uh, again, you wanted to get to know these people. You realize now that they're weirdos because they had an opportunity to be with you. They chose not to, and so now they're dealing with the consequences of their own actions. They have to deal with it. And so the Queen of Michael right here represents how you're in a particular spot where yet again, you don't care because y'all are no nonsense. If they wanted to be with you, they should have actually just been with you instead of wasting your time. And what I mean when I say wasting your time, obviously, you do have to take time to get to know somebody. But it becomes a waste of time when the person is like playing unnecessary games and they don't want to stop doing that. But then at the same time, right, it's duplicitous because on one hand, it's like, oh, I want you back. But then on the other hand, the same person that wants to come around and hang out with you and they want you back and they're playing nice, it's this roller coaster because you can't say either way. It's like 1 minute, right? They cool and they cool and they're down to earth and they're actually relatable and you want to hang out with them. And then the next minute they doing all manner of goofy stuff. And then it's like you're trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. And so the thing is that the Knight of Gabriel and the King of Michael for you represents how a lot of you, well, I'm not going to say the word, but a lot of you basically, you don't want that. You don't want that kind of person. You don't want that person that has that kind of character. You want someone, and I've talked about this before, that maybe not with you, but I have talked about it. You want someone that's a good option to get to know. And when I say good option, I'm talking about an individual that is a good choice, it's a good choice, right? It's good for you to be in a relationship with. It makes sense. It's not just some person that is not making you, but like giving you an option. But when you sit back and you look at it, is it really an option that you would want? Is it something that particularly benefits you? And that's something at that point for you to figure out if you're willing to take that option. But a lot of you understand that, like, again, the Knight of Ariel, you don't want that. You're too good of a choice, like I said before, to other people, but they're not good of choices. They're not good choices for you. You are not getting anything particularly out of dating them. And I'm not talking about it being transactional from the perspective of you date them and then you're getting money, you're getting this. But I mean like the overall, like whom you choose to spend your time with, the overall thing of who you choose to essentially spend your time with, right? A lot of the times they're not worth it. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the reason excuse me, why it is I'm saying that they're not worth it is because whom are you trying to build a relationship with, right? A person that everyone has a life before they meet you, right? Everyone has a life. Everyone's doing their own thing. But they've been making bad decisions along the way. And then it's like you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the catch-22. It's people who made bad decisions And then now they want to rush you into being in a relationship because it's the, oh, I've been messing up for a long time and I need somebody to help me figure this thing out or whatever. And it's like their mess ups are on display. And then the other side of it is the attractive or the little bit more attractive, but they stuck up. And it's like, this is the problem, right? The 10 of Michael and the page of Raphael. It's this balancing game. It's this game of, you're looking for good options. Trying to find someone that is down to earth, that isn't allowing this, whatever they have accomplished, to go to their head. Because you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter how attractive a person is. If a person is like still, it doesn't matter how attractive a person is if a person rubs their accomplishments in the face of other people, right? And it's not attractive. And so a lot of you are just trying to basically get to know people who are square, who do things the right way. Like, they have accomplishments, they're not bragging, they're not rubbing it in the faces of other people, they're not turning their nose up at other people, they're not disrespectful. You feel what I'm saying? They don't make bad or poor decisions and then try to get y'all to cover it up or to hide it or to try to hurry y'all. There's been so many times people have tried to rush me in relationships, and I'm just like, what do I particularly get out of it? I'm a single individual with no little ones, and I have a lot to gain. What is the benefit in being a stepfather? And they can't answer the question. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can just rock with somebody who doesn't have little ones. Because I would like to be in a relationship with somebody, build that connection, and then have the little ones of my own, offspring of my own, and then take care of them. But to just be going around having, just being a stepfather, after everything, and I hope YouTube don't hit me for this, but after everything I sacrificed, me being responsible and saying no to different things, and my years of hard work, and me being a little bit repressed, wanting to connect with with a lady in that way and everything like that. What do I get for this? It's like, oh well, you get to be a stepfather. Like, that's kind of whack. Like, I don't want to do that, and a lot of them can't respect it. And so so what I'm trying to say here is, it's the same thing for you. I'm not saying in the exact way, but what I'm saying here is, everything that y'all have done and the good decisions that y'all have made, a lot of you keeping your head on your shoulders in the sense of what your options are and trying to find better ones, because what's out here, like, and I'm gonna say this too, right? Personally, if I'm really gonna say it what it is. See, let me go ahead and talk about this, and then really kind of say what it is, right? You have the Epiphany, and then you have the 7 of Michael. So the Epiphany and the 7 of Michael represents you understanding your value, basically, and you putting boundaries, you putting limitation on how much access a person has with you, because a lot of you are understanding to respect yourself a lot better compared to how you used to. See, this is what I'm talking about. Because if I'm talking about it in that sense, and I'm saying this, right? I've never said this before. Honestly speaking, what it is, from my humble perspective, what I've observed is that it's not, what it is that you got a lot of bad options. Not just you, but I'm talking about anybody that's a good option has a lot of bad or poor options, and people coming to them, and it's diluting you, because it's getting you to think, okay, maybe this is what it is that you can get. And the truth is, This is where the pressure is coming from. The pressure is, okay, well, you can't afford to have this, you know, and so that's why partially why a lot of obviously bad options come to you and they apply pressure so hard. One is to cover up their mistakes, and number two, it's I need to scoop you up before you begin to actually understand your value, because I'm applying pressure to you because you need to understand, or at least I need to get you to start thinking it for yourself and filling in the blanks that, oh, you're not valuable, and that water seeks its own level. You are what you are attracting, right? Quote unquote. This is why I say it's hogwash. That's it. A lot of that stuff is hogwash, it's bullocks, because you can only attract me. So because XYZ, you need to come scoop me up, right? They would have helped me sign. You need to come scoop me up right here. I am the best thing that you're gonna get. And the thing about it is, what I'm seeing here is y'all need to basically keep waiting and keep getting to know these people in which you are getting to know, if I'm being honest with y'all. Because what's happening here is you are really understanding that the options, right, when you speak what it is that you're looking for and you're actually being yourselves, the options are starting to get better. The options are starting to get better because this is what I meant when I was saying to not let people make your destiny for you, because there's a lot of people who are caught up in the step positions, both sides. I don't do this bias stuff. Both sides who get caught up in the step stuff, stepmother, stepfather. There's a lot of people who get caught up in poor options, right? Individuals who like that bottle, who like that to toke, they like to chief it up, they like to do this, they like to do that, they like to do whatever, right? Okay, they like to do all of this, and then what happens is that they end up finding themselves in a particular situation where they look at themselves and they're like, well, this is what I have, right? It's up to y'all. This is my perspective, for y'all to legitimately look at y'all options and look at, if you know that you bring a lot to the table, regardless of what your situation is. My suggestion to you is to look and pay attention to the value of those options for real, for real. What value do they bring? And I'm not talking about it from a transactional point of view, like money or trips and gifts and all this stuff. I'm talking about it from the perspective of, what are the quality experiences you're going to have with this person? Is it going to be you and them? How is this thing going to actually work out? How is the relationship going to be structured? And once you're able to actually start looking at it from that perspective, you'll be able to understand a little bit better about what it is that you want. Because again, I don't want to be a stepfather. That's not what I want. I want to be able to impregnate my own lady and then take care of my own offspring, and they will have an inheritance and leave them back like I'm supposed to do, like any good guardian is supposed to do, right? Parent is supposed to do, whatever, but guardian specifically is supposed to do, a progenitor is supposed to leave back an inheritance. It's supposed to show their offspring love by doing that. But at the same time, when I look back at my own options in the past, a lot of it I didn't like, because it didn't particularly benefit me in any kind of way. But everything that I've sacrificed, not being the one that's chosen, right? So not being the one that's chosen, not being select, staying in the shadows, so to speak, right? Staying to myself, keeping my head on my shoulders. I could have did the deed when I was 12 years old, stayed away from that, right? With an 18-year-old, stayed away from that because I saw the play. There's times where, my best friend's mom at the time or I ain't gonna say best friend, but a good friend's mom at the time came on to me. I said no, right? I said no. Basically, got her away from me. Kept it 100, right? End up having to have a fist fight with one of the individuals, with one of his so-called friends that was jealous. Got my head bust open and all that. Was bleeding from my forehead because me and him tussling and all of that, and he slammed my face into a glass window part of the door, right, the building door. Like, what do I get for this? Oh, I got to deal with a person that has offspring already. But how insulting is that? Because your genetics are secure. Your genetics has already been projected into the future. But what about mine? Oh, the elephant in the room is, oh, my genetics don't get to actually be projected into the future. Mine has to end here. But I'm left-handed. Left-handed people tend to be not only more intelligent than right-handed people, but left-handed people tend to actually be more ambidextrous, meaning being able to write with both hands than strictly right-handed people are. You dig what I'm saying? Like, what about me? And so it's the same situation for y'all. This is why I keep telling y'all, pay attention to your options. Pay attention, know what your options are. And if you don't like them, don't date them. Don't hang out with those options, because you're looking for good options, options that benefit you to be with them. So let's clarify the epiphany. But it's not transactional. You're not putting yourself out there like that where it's transaction. There's benefit in being with these people and getting to know these people and being in a relationship with these people, a wholesome one. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Emperor, and then you are in Seven of Wands, right? You have the Seven of Wands to clarify the epiphany, and the Knight of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Excuse me, a lot of people can't handle that. But I'm also seeing how a lot of you will kind of excommunicate people if they give you a bad option, a poor option. And so the Emperor and the Seven of Wands. So now, like I said before, like I've been talking about, people got to show you why it's a particular benefit for you to be with them. They have to show you why they would be a good relationship option. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. I'm at 21,995. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Also, too, please make sure to come through and get a personal reading. The link to that is in the comment section below. And I also want to go ahead and tell you about this deal as well, that for all of those of you basically who spend $100 on my books at one time, right? Or any other of my services, whether it's clothes, whether it's my tarot readings, right? Because you can just order the hour tarot reading. It's $100. You can I'll actually give you a 15-minute reading for free, absolutely free, right? And you can pretty much cash that in at any time that you want. So that's pretty much it. Peace. Have a good one, y'all.